And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Miami Marlins and the Detroit Tigers. We get a chance to watch one of the hottest bats in the game. He's been huge for his team, Singy.
Yeah, just impressive contact and seems to find every gap available, Boog. I can't wait to see him in action in this one. Practically unstoppable as of late.
First pitch coming at you right after the break. Just about ready to roll. And on the hill, the big righty, Casey Mize. And Singy, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch-to-contact type of guy.
Yeah, Boogie, he doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout. He knows he needs to miss barrels, get some soft contact, let the defense do work behind him. And I think a guy like that can keep a good tempo, don't give hitters time to adjust or think. They can move through a ball game, and you look up, they're in line for a quality start. We'll see what he's got in this one.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
And now it's going to be Sal Frelick. That one ripped. Perez makes the catch. One down. And time now for the Marlins lineup. This is a good offense, Chris. You're going to get quality at bats and balls put in play consistently with this group.
And it doesn't really matter who they're facing on the mound. They have the ability to go out and compete and win ball games. If it's an all-star or Cy Young Award winner to just a rookie up in the big leagues. So when you have that, you have a chance to win every night. If I was a pitcher on this team, I'd feel pretty good about taking the mound for them.
Swing and a miss as he was late.
Wow, good luck catching up to that one.
2-2.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Vierling. Out number 2.
The center fielder, number 5, Garrett.
And now Garrett Mitchell. Mitchell with 4 runs batted in his last game. Lopez off of first with 2 away. Oh, look at the stop. Throws from the seat of his pants. On the money. Nice play.
Great concentration to get that one started. He gets the force at second. Glove work at its finest.
Back here in Detroit. And towing the slab here, Jansen Junk.
Yeah, and his whip tells you he's been pretty effective this year on the mound. I mean, opposing hitters having a hard time getting on base and then being able to really distract him and do damage in terms of getting around the base path. So, taking the mound, this is a guy you want out there if you're his teammate, and I expect him to be good in this one.
Isaiah Kiner-Falefa up to the plate. And that misses. And now 3-1.
3-1.
Love seeing someone drive in a bunch of runs like he did, Boog. Doing that consistently lets your teammates know they can count on you to come through when the team needs it most. Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about.
Kiner-Falefa on the go. Pitching for a strike. Throw to second. Save.
I think that still kind of sets the tone, not just for this game, but for the entire series. First inning, game 1. So that kind of tells me they're going to be aggressive on offense and try to force the issue whenever they can.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And one gone.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
Here's the second baseman, Colt Keith. The Fish would love to get a win in this one to boost their postseason hopes. Swing and a chopper out to short. Slings to first in time. And now the Tigers line up for manager A.J. Hinch. A really frustrating showing for them in their last game. Lots of traffic on the bases, but they left a ton of runners on base. Couldn't cash in their chances, Chris.
They had plenty of chances. There's nobody to blame it on but themselves offensively. They just did a poor job converting in those situations. You have to figure out what's your plan going to be. Maybe watch some tape from the last game. Make the adjustment. So if you get those opportunities in this one, you've got a much better chance of scoring some runs.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And that is that.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
All set for the start of the inning. And now for the Marlins, Willie Castro. In the air, left field, down the line, and it stays fair.
Well, as hot hitting continues, he's been getting great results lately. That was maybe even a little off the plate, but no problem getting the barrel to it. Man, he does such a nice job, and that's what you're supposed to do with a pitch in that location.
And up next for Miami, Graham Pauley. Runner takes off. Keith over to first. One out in the second.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. The job was to move the runner up and give your team a chance to score the go-ahead run. That's exactly what happened, so you better believe your teammates are happy with you after that at bat.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. And at the plate for Miami, Dane Myers. Man at second. Fights it off. He'll see another. Out towards right center field. Meadows makes the grab for the second out. Now it's the Marlins catcher, Luis Torrens. So RBI spot, but Chris, this is a guy that is not really swinging the bat all that well here.
In this situation, you have a real good opportunity to get swings and misses and record a strikeout. I think you attack him in this spot.
Handles, throws to first, and that's the third out. Marlins leave one. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the left fielder, Matt Vierling. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. Late on that fastball.
Look, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
Gets it to first. One up, one down. Vic Caratini at the plate. Out towards right center. That's well struck. It falls in, and that's a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
He drove that ball very well out to the deep part of the field, and you may be surprised he didn't get a double out of it, but I'll tell you, they did a great job of getting that ball back into the infield right away, and it might have been the right call to hold him at first.
And a base hit up the middle. quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone. Here's the third baseman, Ramon Urias. Got him swinging. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there. Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
That one just missing inside. Now 2-2. Base hit. Caratini rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score, and the Tigers have the lead. 1-0.
His confidence level is so high. Really nice job of coming through in a big spot. That can be a dangerous pitch if you don't get it inside enough, because as a hitter, you see it coming across the plate the whole way. No problem handling it and putting a good swing on it that time.
Here is Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. That one the other way. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now a 1-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Welcome back. And coming off a series where the pitching was outstanding, we take a look at those numbers. The wind of the pitch. Lined, and that's a base hit. And that turns the lineup over.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video, because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Next to hit, Otto Lopez. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Makes the catch, 1 down. And now for the Marlins, Sal Frelick. Liner, base hit. Lead runner holds at second base. First and second with 1 down.
He was all over that one. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Two on, 1 out. Here's Lamont Wade Jr. 2 on, 1 out. That one drilled left field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 down. Here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, Garrett Mitchell.
In the grand scheme of things, this at-bat might not feel important because it's early, but it could create a domino effect for things to come. Control what you can here and have a strong at-bat.
Fastball is outside.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
Tying run in scoring position here in game 1 of this 3-game set. And it's filled up.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's back there. And it's out of here. Into the home bullpen for a homer. He'll circle the bases, and the Marlins jump out in front. It's 3-1.
He really needed that swing. He hasn't been getting a ton of results at the plate lately, so I'm sure that one felt especially good. That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
So 2 down, and up next for Miami, Willie Castro. Ground ball right side. Throw on to Torkelson, and that is the inning. But the Marlins get 3 on the homer, and this is now a 3-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Welcome back as we take a peek at the starting pitching so far this year. Right through there for a strike.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
I'm not sure that was the exact location the pitcher wanted, but it worked. He got the swing and miss, and I'm sure a bit of sigh of relief after seeing that one go through the zone.
Now it's the second baseman, Colt Keith. On the ground right side, and he can't come up with it, and they get the out. Good recovery. Wasn't easy following the misplay.
The first baseman, Spencer.
2 outs, base is empty, and next will be the cleanup hitter, Spencer Torkelson. 2 outs, base is empty. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter. And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for Detroit. Score holds. It's 3-1. As we go to the top of the 4th, and at the plate for Miami, Graham Pauley. Line drive, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Now the left fielder, Dane Myers. Up the middle, and he knocks it down. Mize over to second, and he'll hold on to it, so they get 1.
Really nice athleticism right there as the pitcher bounces off the mound, fields that ball, and shows off strength and accuracy to second base to cut off that lead runner.
Luis Torrens, the next up for the Marlins. Right side. And that'll fall for a base hit. They get it in quickly. So first and second, now 1 out.
Well, the last 10 games or so have been anything but fun at the plate for him, so that one has to feel good. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep, so pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
Lifted in the air down the left side. It's going to fall for a hit. Now a long throw home. It's offline. The run comes in. It's 4-1.
Back-to-back base hits. That one probably had no business ending up as a base hit, but he got just enough of it to muscle it to the outfield, and that pitch was well in off the plate. A tough one to handle, but he gets rewarded.
Back to the top of the lineup, Otto Lopez now at the plate. Ground ball right side, could be 2. Over to Connor Falefa. Over to first, but it's offline.
Well, they had the chance at turning 2 right there, but I don't think he got a good grip on the balls. He tried to transfer from glove to throwing hand. They say you can't assume a double play. I beg to differ at the big league level, but it's going to be ruled as a fielder's choice.
Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Sal Frelick. Out to short, Connor Falefa. They get the force. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now 4-1. Back after this on the show. Bottom of the fourth, and the batter now, Matt Vierling. Foul ball. And that one is lifted in the air. Myers sizing this one up. Puts it away for the out. And there's one away. And now the switch hitting catcher, Victor Caratini. One out, bases empty.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after.
Now a blast to left center, way back there, on its way, out of here. Home run number 5 on the season, and they cut into the lead. It's 4-2. That one just sounded different.
Man, might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth. Good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Base is empty, one away. And up next for Detroit, Wenzel Perez. So now 1-2.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
He caught it behind his back, and very nicely done for the out.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground, nice ground out.
Ramon Urias up now for the Tigers. He swings and fouls one off. 2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Swung on, belted. Mitchell really on his horse for it. Unable to get there, and it's in the gap. And he's in at second with a 2-out double.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. I love the approach he had right there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it, and that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double.
So runner at second, 2 down. Parker Meadows digs in now. Urias stands at second with 2 gone. Swing and a ground ball. Lopez fires over to first. They limit the damage here, but not before they answer back with a solo home run. It's now 4-2. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far.
You know, these Marlins doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. They have yet to strike out, and they're averaging more than a hit per inning. That's a great recipe for success right there.
Slice the other way. That's a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
And here comes the Tigers manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Casey Mize is done, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this. Tyler Holton taking over on the mound.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of him. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Stepping in, Garrett Mitchell. The 1-1. And that's downstairs and outside. Runner at first with no outs here. And a swing and a miss. And that's the first out.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Now a screamer into the outfield. That's a base hit. The throw to third. And the throw's offline, safe at third.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
So digging in, Graham Pauley. Swings and misses. And a count 1-2.
1-2.
Second and third, 1 away. And we're at the top of the 5th. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Gets the out. 2 down after the strikeout. Nothing happening on the bases, though.
Well, they get a big strikeout there, and that was a nice job behind the plate to complete the out at first while keeping those runners at second and third. That could have turned out way worse for the defense.
Dane Myers, the next up for the Marlins. That one's in there. Full count now.
Well, he's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations. If he takes that approach, he could bust this game wide open.
2 outs. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. A couple of hits in the inning, but they can't get him home. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Marlins 4, Tigers 2. We head to the bottom of the 5th. And here's the Tiger leadoff man, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Ripped on the ground to second. Tosses to first. And that's the first out in the bottom of the 5th.
Now back, the designated hitter, David Pearson.
And next to hit for Detroit, David Pearson. Turning some heads with this recent stretch of impressive play. The Tigers down by a pair last half of inning number 5. And a strike on the outside edge.
Lots of rookies can have a hot streak, but once the league gets a book on you, starts attacking you differently, things can shift in a hurry. I'm interested to see how he handles those adjustments. Oh, tough night at the dish. Punching out for the 3rd time right there. He just hasn't looked very comfortable at the plate. A little unsure of his timing right now, not picking up the spin and location of these pitches. He'll have some adjustments to make.
Colt Keith Up now for the Tigers. In the air, left field, down the line, and that's a fair ball. Makes the turn and heads for second. Now the tag at second, and he's out, trying for two. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Brennan Hanafy gets the ball now. He last pitched 2 days ago. And here's the catcher, Luis Torrens. On the ground to the left. Slings it across. And a quick out, number 1. Trey Sweeney will hit next.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
High fly ball out towards left center. He's got it, and there's 2 away. Back to the top of the Miami order. Now it's the Marlins leadoff hitter, Otto Lopez. 2 down, nobody on, and we're the top half of the 6th. Swings through that one.
See if he can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
Rips one to right and puts the squeeze on that one. And that is that. So they go quietly there. To the bottom of the 6th we go. 4, 5, 6 coming up. It's the Marlins 4, Tigers 2. Back at Comerica Park. Well, we go bottom 6. Now here's the Tigers cleanup hitter, Spencer Torkelson. Next offering upstairs.
Well, these Tigers finding ways to get on base, but they still need help driving them home. They only have 1 hit with runners in scoring position, so a lot of squandered opportunities. It's tough because those are moments you just can't get back.
Swing and a ball driven out to center. Back there. To the warning track. Makes the catch.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Up the middle, and it's through for a hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. And next up for the Tigers, Victor Caratini.
Well, both sides equally as strong. So not a good time to try to turn him around with a relief pitcher and put him on the other side of the plate.
Check swing, and he went. And it's 1-2. With the tying run at the plate here in the bottom of the 6th.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Hauls it in for the out.
Now batting, the 17th.
And now the center fielder, Wenzel Perez. And there's a foul ball.
If it were an average catcher behind the plate, I'd say take second base, but this isn't a catcher you want to run on. His quick release is unreal. That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
That's a little high. Ball 2. Vierling leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. down on strikes. Strikeout number 8. One left for Detroit. They trail it here 4-2. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Ryan Borucki.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Welcome back as we take a check of the current standings. And a 2-1 on the way. Fought off foul. Out to center. Perez settles under this one, and there's one away. So here's Wade now. One down, base is empty. On the ground. On to first. 2 away.
The center fielder, number 5, Garrett Mitchell.
Here's the center fielder, Garrett Mitchell, looking to do more of what he did back in the 3rd.
No doubt that 3-run homer is a huge reason why they're in a good spot right now in this ball game, and an important swing of the bat.
And there's a hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Now back, the shortstop, Willie.
This is Willie Castro. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Not what he wanted to do right there, Boog. That keeps this inning alive, puts a runner in the scoring position, and a chance for this offense to add on to their lead.
And now for the Marlins, Graham Pauley. Line drive, and this might be trouble. Runner around third on his way to the plate. One runs in, coming home. The run scores all the way from first, and they're up by 4.
Got to be feeling great about that double. Big spot, and he drives in too. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. Put a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
And here comes the Tigers manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Ryan Borucki gives way, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back. A new arm into the game, the righty, Jason Foley.
And he's done a great job keeping the ball in the park this year. The numbers stack up with some of the best in the game.
Here's the left fielder, Dane Myers.
That's the ball. We got a full count.
Pauley on at second with 2 down. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. But they'll pick up a couple runs here, both coming on this 2-run double. It's now 6-2. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. So the Marlins go with a new arm, Dax Fulton.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Right through there for a strike. Slice to right. Fair ball.
Now batting, the right field.
So up next, Parker Meadows. His home and away splits there. Nobody out. Runner at first. The 1-1 is fouled off.
If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
Grounder might be 2. Off balance feed. There's 1. But no throw to first as he'll hold on to it.
Tough play right there. Didn't really have enough time to set his feet and make a strong, accurate throw. Had to rush it, but he got it off, and he got it there in time to get that out at second base.
Isaiah Kiner-Falefa up now for the Tigers. Late with the swing there.
He might want to steal second in this spot, but he's dealing with a catcher that has one of the best pop times in the game. He needs to pick his spot very wisely.
Man at first, 1 away. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Hit on the ground might be 2. That takes care of Kiner-Falefa. So 2 down now, and here is David Pearson. Fouls one off. 2-2. Runner at second, 2 down. Here, the bottom of the 7th. Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. Tigers leave 1. They still trail it here. It's 6-2. We go to the 8th. Now it's the Marlins catcher, Luis Torrens. Out to short, Kiner-Falefa. Sends it across to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Trey Sweeney.
So now here's the DH, Trey Sweeney. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. And that's off the inside edge. Now 2 balls and a strike. Tigers bullpen with some action. Brant Herter appears to be getting loose. Just missed.
Nasty backdoor slider.
3-1.
There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it. So that's a good take by him.
Hit. Full count.
In the air to left down the line. Vierling settles under it and makes the grab. 2 away now.
Now batting, second baseman, Otto.
2 down, base is empty. Otto Lopez, the next to hit. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. So he gets on base and keeps it going. Sal Frelick, the next up for the Marlins. And that one missing inside, a sharp slider. 2 outs. Base hit center field. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive in the center field.
That one is absolutely belted. And this one looks like trouble. And that's going to roll to the wall. 1 run across. Now 2 runs score. It's 8-2.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Garrett Mitchell getting ready to hit. Pitch misses there. Now 2 balls and a strike. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Coming home. Here's the throw to the plate. It's off the mark and he scores. And they're pulling away up by 7 now. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
And here comes the Tigers manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Jason Foley departs. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. New pitcher for the Tigers, Brant Herter.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Willie Castro, the next up for the Marlins. Out to short. And that is that. 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Marlins 9, Tigers 2. On the mound now, Anthony Bender.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year, so the defense should be active.
Swinging a drive, deep right field. That's back there. And that is gone. He hammers one out to right. It's his 6th home run of the season. It's 9-3.
Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one, and you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
Here comes Torque to the plate. Now this is in the air down the line. And there's 1 down.
The left fielder, number 8.
Matt Vierling digs in now. Swinging a foul out of play. The 1-2. Hit in the air out to center field. Mitchell puts it away for the out. 2 down.
The catcher, number 17. Victor.
2 outs, base is empty. Victor Caratini up now for the Tigers. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That's back there. Into the bullpen and gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game. It's 9-4.
Hard sinker can be a pretty tough pitch because of the late life and movement, but somehow he got the barrel to that pitch, stayed through it. Really nice job of staying on the backside until it was time to transfer that weight, and a really nice home run.
So 2 away with nobody on. Now a chance for Wenzel Perez. Swing and a miss.
1-2's the count.
Cut on and miss. Struck him out. And the inning is over. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's opened up now. 9-4. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here in Detroit. All set to start the 9th in this one. And at the plate for Miami, Graham Pauley. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled. Action in the pen down there. Bubba Chandler, the rookie right-hander, is getting loose. Brisky warming up as well. Two down. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Dane Myers, the next up for the Marlins. Line drive, base hit. And now 2 aboard.
It's been a rough one for him so far at the plate, but that'll help. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
Here's the catcher, Luis Torrens. The 1-1. And he hits a ground ball right side and foul ball. 1-2 now. That one way inside. Rips that one to right. Meadows makes the catch. Runner tags at second, and he makes it up to third with 1 away. And now here's the Marlins DH, Trey Sweeney. Ground ball left side, could be 2. He's in there. Otto Lopez, the next up for the Marlins. Next offering is fouled back. Hit on the ground to the right side. Off balance speed. There's one. Back to first. Double play. Nice job getting over, and that ends the inning. 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. 8-9-1 due up in the bottom of inning number 9. It's the Marlins 10 and the Tigers 4. And we're back. Down to third baseman, Ramon Urias. There's a strike up high. 1-2.
1-2.
And that's in the dirt.
2-2.
Hammered, base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
No, that's
a little bit high. 2-1.
2-1.
When the leadoff man gets on, you want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Now he breaks his bat. Bare hands it. Tough play. And he gets him. Nicely done.
Well, that actually works out for the hitter. If it's not a broken bat, it's hit hard enough for a double play. But with the slower roller, defense does a nice job at least getting one out of it.
And now the shortstop, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Outside.
No, that's out.
And that's ball 2. That's out to center field. Makes the grab on the run. And there's 2 down.
That was just a great jump and route to the ball. Well, it had to be. If he was going to cover all that ground and bring in that sinking liner, that's the way it had to be done. Nice job.
So they're down to their final out. Now it's the DH, David Pearson. Urias at second with 2 down. Now a fly ball to right center. Can't get there, base hit. The run comes in from second. It's an RBI single. It's now 10-5. So a man at first. And up next for Detroit, Colt Heath. Hit to second, and this should do it. Throw to first is in time, and that'll do it. The Marlins take game 1 of the series on the road.
After 4 wins in a row, you start to think a little bit that you're on a roll, and that's the momentum that just takes on a life of its own. Players start hitting up and down the lineup. You never know who's going to come up with the big hit, who's going to come out of the bullpen and get the big outs, but it's a good feeling, and you want to extend it.
And your final 10-5. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.